Okay, hi folks, my name is Chris Palermo, and I am the pizza maker, and I am fortunate enough to be invited into the lovely home kitchen, home studio by the health expert, good friend of 30 years maybe, you didn't even know it was 30 years.
It's been a long
Charlene
time.
Bazarian, FBJ Fit, everywhere on the internet, right? So, luckily we've reconnected, right? And we have come closer folks here, we have a pizza connection, or pizza connection,
Yes,
right?
I felt.
You are a pizza expert from Papagino's, and I have a whole web series, Charlene, called Pizza Makers.
Which I've enjoyed.
Thank you very much.
It's a great.
And by the way, I might be eating this by osmosis. It's going to be coming closer and closer to me by the end of the video.
It's smelling pretty good.
It does smell really good, Charlene she's like, and I'm trying to lose some weight, and she's on me, and she's like, Chris, you love your pizza, but it's too much carbs. We have an alternative, right?
Right.
What are you making here, or what did you make, Charlie?
Well, what I said to Chris was that I know that the cauliflower crust pizzas probably was not going to be his thing.
No, listen, I'll let you do your thing here. I have pizza street cred, all right? Do I look like somebody that's going to have cauliflower?
No.
All right.
No, that's why.
But I'm willing to try because I'm kind of dainty and gentle in some aspects. All right, what do you have,
I thought
Charlie?
cauliflower was not going to be the
So
right
you
pick
stepped
for
it
you.
up?
So we stepped it up and
Okay.
we tried a quinoa crust.
What?
And,
is that a small nation somewhere?
There you go, right? So this one is actually made with quinoa instead of flour, and Chris is right. I've got 12 years pizza making experience. I worked at Papagino's all through high school, college, and law school, so I've made more than my fair share
Wow,
of pizzas. The only
okay.
thing I can say with this one was it wasn't as fun because you couldn't throw the dough around because it makes more of a batter than a dough.
Right,
So
yeah,
I didn't get to show off my old skills.
I
of,
saw it as it came out, and you said it was kind of like a pancake.
Yeah, you soak the
With
quinoa.
chocolate chips. And
Yeah, right.
We're going in the wrong direction,
maybe
right?
not that, but I think what we'll do is we'll put the recipe in the comment section. So
Yeah.
if you want to try this yourself after we
Okay.
see if the pizza expert likes it or not. But we did the batter in a blender with the quinoa and some olive oil and water.
Vodka?
We should break out some bread. That would definitely make the pizza taste better, I'm sure.
Yeah, all right.
Any port in a storm, right?
That's right. Now I got to, folks, you may be having breakfast or having lunch. Now, I'm going to warn you now, this make one gassy?
Well, no, I guess we're gonna find out. I don't think that should be the problem.
You are sitting awful close to me. Come closer. We look like the pizza anchors, don't we?
There you go. We're here
Now,
for
the latest
45.
pizza.
Yeah.
That's right.
So now, what's your favorite pizza?
All right, so I do like thin. We talked a little bit about chains. Papagino's, pretty
And
reliable.
yes.
Yeah. I like Bertucci's. I like Regina, and got to thank those guys. Let us use locations for our Pizza Makers show all the time.
That's really cool.
When I went to Vegas, I got to say some of the best pizza I've ever had in my life was Chicago chain Giordano's deep dish. I'm not a big deep dish,
not either.
but the thing was like a lasagna. How about you?
I'm a thin crust fan myself.
Okay.
And I like it. I like it a little bit lightly cooked.
I like that too.
Sometimes I know some of the pizza places that are around here that are really popular tend to do it a little bit over.
Well, like Frank Pepe's. I don't like the burnt cheese.
Yeah,
Listen, you may not want to go out on record. I'll say, guys, I like your pizza. I went down to Mohegan Sun. I think we have one up here in the Burlington area, Chestnut Hill, right? Yeah. I like it, but the cheese is burnt. And real quick here, too, my father, who grew up in the pizza business, tells me a good way to check out the pizza is when we go get a pizza in the restaurant, Charlene, right? It was kind of like the Holy Grail. No one would touch anything till my father went like this. He would check underneath the crust.
Yes, I do the same
and it
thing.
already looks good, I'm telling you.
I
He'd
do the
say,
same thing.
He would either say two ways here. The ovens are clean, the ovens are dirty.
The ovens are important. I remember many a day of cleaning the oven in Papagino's. I remember those days.
Yeah.
But I always like to make sure that nothing slides off. Like when I pick when you pick the crust, I don't like when everything gets goopy. Now we did just for a purist experience, we did just plain cheese. But what I did do was I added some hard Romano cheese, Parmesan. And,
You're a crazy person.
And because that gives a little bit of flavor with a little bit less fat than the mozzarella, so it's a good way to mix it up. And I was telling Chris that I also thought it would be a good idea if you wanted to lighten it up even more by putting some maybe roasted veggies on top. I know.
What about, can I ruin with some pepperoni? Well, there's like no carbs in that, right? Because by the way, my sugar is getting low, so I'm gonna have to try this soon.
Okay,
right?
so
but is that gonna do anything for me? Because there aren't really any carbs in here. Because this is kind of
this is kind of a protein-based pizza.
Yeah.
So that's good. You still get the calcium from the cheese, and like we hope it's a hit. But you could absolutely put some veggies on it to make it more substantial. You could also put some grilled chicken.
Okay, I like that.
On top, or even if you wanted to do, they have chicken sausage. You could try to do that.
I like that too.
Instead of the pepperoni, that might not be a bad idea. But
all right. What about Chinese food? Can I just throw like a poo bladder on it? No, it doesn't work.
No, we're not going to be doing that.
Okay.
No pineapple either, because apparently that's
I would never. You don't like pineapple pizza, Doug?
My son doesn't.
We can't be friends anymore.
We always give him a hard time because he likes pineapple on his pizza. But like,
all right, he's a good kid.
All righty.
Are we gonna try it?
I think so.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. We're trying this. Let's try it
together.
Well, you did a good job.
I think so too. That was really good.
I got to tell you, Charlene did a really good job. Well, I kind of watched it. But, you know, first of all, the cheese, like you said, is a good mixture. And your sauce is good. But the crust, folks, here, if you see the crust, you would never know this isn't traditional dough. But I'm going to tell you that I'm just going to say I never had cauliflower pizza, but this might even be better. Have you had cauliflower?
I have had pizza.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I always joke that like I make these like healthy protein oatmeal cookies, and like I remember my friend first tried them and she was like, "These aren't cookies," and I said, "They are if you haven't had a cookie in a really long time." So for a while I really wasn't doing a lot of pizza. So I guess if you're trying the cauliflower crust, and some places have it better than others, but then you don't know what the ingredients are. I tried the Trader Joe's cauliflower crust, and I liked it. I mean, it was nice, but I thought this would be a little bit more like a traditional pizza with a little bit healthier of a spin.
And you nailed it. You really did. Honestly, if you put some veggies on here, like the roasted red pepper, maybe a black olive, would that slide in your book, a black olive?
You could do anything.
All right. So if she gives it the approval, it's okay, you know. So how can we find this recipe again?
We're going to put the recipe in the comments. And then you can actually always check out more fun videos and recipes on my page, which is FBJ Fit. It's also on the web at fbjfit.com, and you can check out Chris.
Search me anywhere online, Google, that Google machine, at Pizza Makers, Pizzer Makers, Twitter, and anywhere, Instagram.
He's very fun to watch.
Find us. Thank you, Charlene.
Thanks again, everyone, and I hope you like it. Let us know in the comments.